Scientists call the brain a team of rivals because the brain is a multiple structured system in which different structures fight against each other for dominance. In order for our brain to operate properly, it must be at balance. The main brain structures that continually push and pull against each other are the prefrontal cortex and the limbic system. The prefrontal cortex is rational and logical and understands consequences, while the limbic system is concerned with seeking pleasure and escaping pain. When dopamine, the primary neurotransmitter of addiction, spikes, the brain alters in favor to the limbic system. Because of how our brains are built, pornography is a perfect drug delivery system because it exploits the very mechanisms that our brain has built to enable us to survive. Dopamine's role isn't only to help us feel good, but it is also central to motivation, learning, and memory. This neurotransmitter is released not just upon receiving a reward, but also during anticipating a reward. What this means to addicts is that a spurt of dopamine will release during a trigger because of the anticipation of a reward before you have even begun to take the drug itself. For example, the smell of a cigarette to a smoker, the sight of a beer bottle to an alcoholic, or a picture of a half-nude woman flashed on the computer screen to a porn addict will squirt dopamine in the brain. Researcher Dr. Childress put it this way: it's like having a miniature high before they even get there. And this is why some addicts report tasting the drug in the back of their throats when triggered. When dopamine spikes at the anticipation of a reward, it creates a seductive pull in which the limbic reward system starts to dominate the rational brain structure. It is important to note that all addictions are really chemical addictions inside the brain, regardless if it is to cigarettes, drugs, food, alcohol, or pornography. The reason these addictions often feel different to the user is how they affect non-dopamine neural networks. This is why some people prefer some drugs over others. But when it comes to pornography, it exploits our neural networks and limbic reward system in a remarkable way. Dopamine has shown to spike at higher levels when we receive a reward unexpectedly, or if the reward is novel. The way to overcome pornography is by addressing the desire, not just the behavior. Rewiring the brain out of pornography's compulsive grasp is essential, and this is what the Truth of Addiction system shows you how to do.